We're here at the sponsors' lounge at the J Davison Stadium. Minutes after a 3-0 win against Hednesford, in our final game of the season, the trophy is being presented to the players. I'm joined by James Jones, who unfortunately missed today's game due to injury, but who has played a big part, a significant part in the team's success this season. James, you were spectating rather than playing, which isn't your favourite role, I know, but nevertheless, it can, when everything's been done, the hard part's been done, it can go a bit flat, but really it was a good performance and a really good win, and great entertainment for the supporters, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great to finish on a win. It would have been a bit of a sour note to finish on had we not won, but no, it was a good performance from the boys and great to finish off on.
What did you make of the day as a whole? Because of course we're at the beer festival, we've got a bumper crowd, nearly 2,000 spectators inside the ground, as well as the game. It's been a really fantastic day, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a great day out for everyone. Obviously, we got the league wrapped up with a week to spare, so everyone was able to get down here, and like you say, with the beer festival and nearly 2,000 in today, it's been a great day. Yeah.
What do you make of the season as a whole? Because we've been top of the table since autumn time. I forget exactly when, and we've led from the front and we've kept it going and got over the line with a couple of games to spare. Has that sort of exceeded expectations, do you think?
I don't know if we exceeded them. I think we probably met them. Given the size of the club, we were always expected to win it. Obviously, we had a little bit of a dodgy start, so people were wondering, where we're going to meet those expectations. But top of the table since October. Once we found our feet and we got going, no one's really been able to compete with us, I don't think.
We've played some great football along the way, haven't we? I mean, as a centre-half who likes to bring the ball out of defence, how much does it suit you playing in a team like this Altrincham side?
Yeah, it's great. I think when you think of non-league football, you think of direct physical football, which we can do as well, and we've done countless times this year. But ultimately, we want to get the ball down on the deck and we want to play. And when we do that, teams they can't live with us.
Was there a time when you thought to yourself, we've got a real chance of winning this league? 'Cause I guess at the start of the season you'd hope for promotion, but was there a time when you actually started believing it?
All the time, really. You've believed it since the start. I think it was probably around sort of Christmas time where we started to open up a little bit of a gap, and you started to see a bit of a difference between us and the other teams. And then ever since then, it's in your own hands, and it's just a case of keeping it going, not looking too far ahead. Like, don't focus on winning the league, just focus on the next game and taking the next 3 points. And that's the way we've approached every game all season. And here we are now with the league, so it's suited us.
What do you make of the manager? I mean, he's come in at what was obviously a difficult time 12 months ago. He just had a second successive relegation. He's not only turned it round, but he's got us playing some great football. What can you give us a player's insight into how he makes it work?
Yeah, the gaffer's got his philosophy, like you say, that the passing football, the expansive attacking game that we play, and he's recruited the right players for it. He just gives you the freedom to go and play. If you're trying to do the right things and you make a mistake, he's not on your back about it. He gets behind you, and that's the perfect environment for a player. No one wants to be playing when they feel like they've got the weight of the world on their shoulders, and if they make one mistake, that they're going to be getting in trouble. So he's just giving everyone that freedom to go and play.
And is it onwards and upwards now? Looking forward to the Vanarama National League North? Yeah,
definitely. I mean, that's the goal. It's going to be a difficult season next year. It's a very competitive division, the Conference North. But ultimately, it's Altrincham Football Club, and 3 years ago they were in the conference, and that's our aim. We know it's not going to be easy, but I think we're quietly confident about our odds next year.
And it's 1,856 inside the ground today. I mean, that just suggests, doesn't it, that this club belongs in probably a higher company than we've had for the past season.
Yeah, definitely. I think you look at it throughout the whole season. The places that we've been going to, where you've been playing in front of 200-300, and then you compare it to here, where even sort of a bad gate for us is 500-600. So you can see the difference straight away there. And I think even in the league above, the gates we get are still probably up there in the top 5 or 6. So that shows everything about the club.
Before I get a crick in my neck, I'll let you get to the bar, James. Thanks for joining us. Cheers and thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Joined in the sponsors' lounge here at the J Davison Stadium by Ben Harrison, who like James, unfortunately missed today's game, having injured his knee a few weeks ago. Ben, first off, just on yourself, can you give us an update? Is the knee beginning to mend?
Yeah, luckily I didn't rupture it, which we first thought, so I don't need an op. I've just torn it a grade 2 tear, so it's over a month ago now, so another month and I should be back, hopefully fighting fit, and then all ready for pre-season.
That's the target then, is it pre-season training, you're firing on all cylinders?
Yeah, that's it I'm going to do. I go on all the end of May, so when I come back from there I'll have a month to do my own stuff, and then hopefully get back fully fit for the pre-season.
I mean, you missed a few weeks, but equally you've had a few months as sort of the defensive linchpin of this team. You've been in with the boys. What do you make of them? What can you tell us about your teammates, about what they're like as individual players, and about the sort of style of football we played?
Well, as men, as a group of players, we get on so well. Like, I think you can see with the celebrations and last week, the team spirit is it's very rare to be a part of in football. And luckily, I've been a part of a couple, but this is. It's the best one I've been a part of. We all enjoy each other's company. You know, I play with Tom and James at centre halves mainly this year, and no matter who's been the two, whether it's me or Tom or whoever, we've all supported each other. You know, we want each other to do well. I think that's why we've done so well. We actually want you want your teammates to do well, even if you're injured.
As I said, how important is that? Because obviously you need players who are good at their individual jobs, but when you've got that sort of bond, does it make a difference in if the going's a bit tough in a game?
Yeah, because then you're willing to go the extra mile for your mate. So if you're not playing your best yourself, and I've been in dressing rooms where it's not been great, you're not friends, you don't really get on, and you sort of subconsciously you go into your shell, and you don't want to. Hey, you know, if you're having a bad game, I think me and Jake were speaking about it the other day. If you have a bad game, you've got 10 of your mates who are going to go through that and pull you through it. So, you know, it's mentally such, and you can keep going. Then you can move on in a game when you're not playing so well. So it is a massive factor, and I think that's why we have won the league quite comfortably in the end.
You can see Phil Parkinson sort of stamped his mark on sort of players that he's brought in all areas of the team. In your particular areas, yourself, there's James and there's Tom Hannigan. You're all good defenders, but you're all comfortable bringing the ball out of defence, aren't you?
Yeah, I think that's, you know, the way we play, the way Phil likes to play the gaff. I mean, I love. I'm not the type of centre half who's going to go and, you know, win 100 tackles and headers in a game, but I can play. So, like James, like Tom, we fit this system, we fit the team the way they want to play, and you know, I've been with Neil and Gaff now for, I think it's 2-3 years, and I love it. I wouldn't, you know, as soon as he asked me to come here, I jumped at it just because I wanted to stay with them. I wanted to carry on playing the way they play football because they do it right, and yeah, so it's important that we have like everyone along the back. You know, we might play Whitey, Connor, Dens, when Ringo is there. We can all play, which is like the way we play is massive. Yeah.
What do you make of the day as a whole today, Ben? Because there's been so much going on. There's a beer festival, huge crowd, the game, lovely sunny day. It's been a day to remember, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been fantastic. You know, what obviously negative, I didn't get to play in it, which is a bit going for myself. But I enjoyed it. All my family's come. You know, you got, I don't know how many was there, didn't hear the attendance, but it's been a great day all round. And thankfully the lads won, which made it like the icing on the cake. Yeah, just go and enjoy it tonight as well. Celebrate a bit longer.
Well, it's 1,856 the gate, and I mean, I was saying earlier that there've been a few games. There've been some enjoyable games. There've been some good games. We equally have had a few physical challenges. But when you look at the gates elsewhere, though, it's good that we've got out of this, isn't it? I think we belong in a higher company probably than this level, don't we?
Yeah, well, like the away support. I mean, I've been in this league now for 6 years, and you know the away support is very rare. You like get 1 or 2 teams. You look, we've looked at the team since Saturday. I've been looking at the teams in the league above, and you've got such big teams. You're going to have great away support. I remember we had Warrington here when we got the 1,500. To play in front of that is special. And obviously, you know, James's goal in that last minute proved vital in the end, because when they caught us up, a big 3-point swing. So I know it is. I can't wait for next year now, playing in front of big crowds.
And it does give you a lift, does it, when you've got that sort of level of vocal backing home and away as players? Oh,
of course it does. Yeah, it's a cliche. Like the 12th man, but they are at times, you know, when you're not playing that well and they're getting behind you, and it's like over 1,000 there. It's yeah. Oh, it's thrown me now. Dens has thrown me now. But no, yeah, obviously with the fans, it's fantastic, and when they're singing the songs, and that Warrington game, I go back to it because that was massive. When we scored, I've never had an experience like that in football. When we scored the equaliser in the 90th minute, I didn't even know. I can't remember what I did, but I just ran off somewhere, jumping around. But no, yeah, so it is. It's massive when the fans get behind us.
Queuing up to speak to Alter TV here. We're joined by the manager Phil Parkinson, Phil, and Shaun Densmore as well. He's not going to escape. Phil, how proud you've been? Proud of the boys all season, really, haven't you? But what about today? It's a bit special, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was absolutely superb. Everybody keeps asking me how I feel, and that's the word that sums up everything. Just sheer pride in the players, pride in the fans, the football club. the way it's all come together has been superb. But I keep saying it, no matter what we talk about, we can't do anything without these lads going on the pitch and doing what they do. It's so easy to get carried away with ourselves, but these lads have got to go out and they've got to produce every single game. They've got to win every single game. And I'm very demanding as a manager. I don't just say you've got to win, you've got to play well. And for them to sort of carry that burden and the expectations, unbelievable. And these players just deserve all the accolades they get, all the superlatives they get over the next couple of weeks, because they know after that the hard work starts again, and we're going to go again and do as well as we can in the league above. It's a big challenge and something we're really looking forward to, but this group's superb and I want to do everything I can to keep it together.
Can you give us an idea of how your thought process when you're signing players? Because we see them on the pitch and we say, oh, yeah, he's a great defender, you can bring the ball out of defence. You can say whatever about each one you sign, but there's probably more to it than that isn't there? You go into characters and personalities as well, don't you?
It's just pure luck, to be honest. I just roll the dice and they come good. No, I'm joking, obviously. No, obviously there's a lot of conversations, almost like interviews, so to speak. But you get a feel for a player, and it's, hey, listen, everyone in my management team have got their talents. Obviously, Neil's a fantastic coach. Ian with the keeping, Parksy, all the things that I ask him to do. But I like to think I'm a good judge of character. I know what I need in terms of a group dynamic, and it's proved to be right. This group, I mean, you can hear them in there, they're absolutely bouncing, and it's easy to say yeah because they won the league, but they've been like that all season. And when they've needed to dig in and get in the trenches, the Buxtons away and places like that, when teams that play football stereotypically don't do well at them places, we've been able to go there and get results when everybody would expect you to fall, and it's just absolutely full credit to the resilience of them. But just this man here, the reason I didn't want him to walk off there is you cut him down the middle, he's red and white, and I needed them players too, them personalities. And I didn't make it easy for him at the start of the year. There was a lot of them I let go. And obviously Shaun come out fighting, and he told me in no uncertain terms that he wanted to be here, and his pure determination he's seen on that pitch week in, week out, and he's certainly been a massive reason why we've done it. Jake Moult, Cy Richmond, those type of players. So I think it's only fitting that you speak to this man a little bit now.
Well, Shaun, with my arms dropping off here, can I move over a bit? You've you know what Phil just said there. I mean, you've played some football for this club, but you've played out of your skin the last couple of months, probably, don't you think?
Yeah, you know what, it's the best I've felt for a while now. As the gaffer touched on, obviously with the last 2 years I'd had, I knew I had a lot to prove, especially with the gaffer not knowing much about me and everything. So it's something that I needed, probably, because without not sounding big-headed, I've never had any competition here in terms of where I play. I've always knew I was going to be playing, so I had obviously a lot to prove given the time I'd missed last couple of seasons, and then obviously the quality of players we'd signed as well. So, but now I've just echo what you said about the recruitment, the squad we've put together, not just in terms of quality on the pitch, but that is without doubt the best dressing room I've been involved in since I've been here. And you know, we've had a couple of good ones, but that, you know, credit to the gaffer and Saw for the dressing room that they've put together.
Those days where you're on the bike or on the treadmill or whatever trying to get over this injury that took so long to clear up, Shaun, did you envisage you might have a day like today?
To be fair, I always thought I would. Yeah, I always thought I'd come back at least. You know, obviously this went as well as it could have done this season. You know, it was perfect way. Just a bit disappointed I wasn't able to play in the last couple of games, but yeah, no, it was tough, as you say. It's a lot of time on your own, and obviously with work and being part time, a lot of the rehab work was done on my own after work, and hello, Anthony. Yeah, so it was tough, but as I say, it's all been worth it now for the last couple of weeks, and the reward for the season on the whole.
Jake Moult sort of followed you as doing captain's chair of the programme, and a couple of weeks ago he said, I said about how you were playing, he said, well, he's like a man possessed. I mean, is that a fair summary?
Yeah, it's probably just
overlapping runs and.
As I say, it was more a culmination of it's the best I'd felt for a good couple of years. You know, I had a good run of games where before that was a little bit in and out and whatnot. So, but having a good run of games, I did feel as well as I felt for a long time. And yeah, it's just going into each game. Obviously, it was more half a feeling wanting to get the job done a little bit quicker, just to ease the burden off everybody. But just touch on Jay, he's been different class. You know. I've known him a long time, and as the gaffer said, he loves the club as much as I do, and the likes of Simon and Tim and whatnot. But he's been different class for us this season.
Yeah, he has, and I mean, you're the longest serving player, so you've had obviously lots of ups and downs here, Shaun. How does this testimony on the books on its way? How do you rate what's happened this season and what's happened? How today's gone. How would you rate that on the scale of what you've experienced here?
It was obviously less dramatic than the last time we won promotion, given we scored the last minute winner. But this has been the most deserved promotion I've been involved in. I think we've led the league, been top of the league since October, which is it's difficult to do. And the style of football we've played has made it more enjoyable for us as players, and I would assume everyone else watching. So I read Jake's programme notes. I would echo what he said, especially given the last 2 years. This is a little bit more sweeter than the previous one.
Tony Thompson's joined us as well. Come on, Tony, let's have a word. Goalkeeper, it's not the easiest position. I mean, the manager said many a time, that you didn't have much to do because you've been so well protected, which is a bit unfair on you when you've done the job. But how much have you enjoyed the season and the way it's panned out?
No, I said earlier on in the season, if I go without making a save in a game, I think as well I've done my job, organisation and stuff. But I'd be happy not to make a save all season, do you know what I mean? But towards the end, I've had to make a few, and I'd like to think when I've been called upon, I've done the job. Like
you made a fair few, and you made a fair. I'd say a fair few, more than one, and not just one reflex save or whatever. It seems all aspects of your game have come together this season as the season's gone on. Dictating your area, handling, distribution, the whole lot really.
One of the things why I came to the club, I want to play games. I want to play 40, 50 games a season, and I've had that opportunity to this year. And you're gonna progress when you're playing week in, week out. Especially how thick and fast the games come here. It's 2 games a week. It's better than training, isn't it? Really. Yeah.
All players say they'd rather be playing. What sort of a role did as Tim Deasy had? He's obviously, been sort of looking on. You've been the number one for most of the season, but he's been helping you out a fair bit, hasn't he, behind the scenes?
Tim's been brilliant. Even he's been I'd say a father figure. He's quite old now. No, he's been brilliant. I've always had his arm, he's had his arm around my shoulder and stuff. Always give me advice, or even just calm me down at times. I think I'm a bit hot-headed sometimes, not all the time. But he's been there, do you know what I mean? And he's took a few sessions as well, a few warm-ups when Ian hasn't had to, and they've been great.
Well, there's a wealth of experience to pass on there. That he's played at a fair few games at a decent level. Yeah,
and I didn't know Stu before I came here, so he's been to a few games. I've met him in the warm-ups and they're just they're brilliant to have around the club. I think the club as well as a whole, it's got a family feel or a community feel, so everyone gets involved and you can see it from the board down, do you know what I mean? You're hand in hand with the chairman. He's there every day. He's on the pitch, doing the pitch. So that just represents the club as a whole in a way.
How pleased were you that Tim got on for the last 10 or 15 minutes because he's hanging up the boots now, isn't he?
I know, yeah, he's passed the baton on. As I say, he's been brilliant and he deserves all the plaudits. He's been here, from what I've heard, seasons previous, he's been player of the season and stuff. And you can see why, do you know what I mean? So he has been great, it's been good.
Jake, in his captain's column, said that looking at the squad, there's some strong characters in there. He mentioned you as one of them. I mean, would you like to play that sort of role, make that sort of contribution to the overall team effort?
Yeah. One of the things I don't like losing, so I don't like conceding. But Jake,
this is the quietest he's ever been.
Yeah, I've got to be. No, but yeah, it's as you say, I don't like losing, and I think I'd like to be the one, if someone's not performing, I'll tell them, but in a way, Jake's the total opposite. He's calm, collected. He's never angry, he's just disappointed, do you know what I mean? So there you go. He's getting on as well. He's like a father figure as well.
But he also made the point that you all get on really well, and that's important, isn't it? That there's a real kind of team spirit and a bond between you.
Yeah, brilliant. I know no one likes talking about it, but team nights out, everyone's there. There's 20 plus, do you know what I mean? So I think that goes to show how tight the group is. Everyone gets on. There's not a bad attitude in the team. And yeah, I think that's down to the gaffer, down to the coaching staff. I think they've brought in the right players. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, made some great recruitment at the start of the season.
Good stuff. We could perhaps bring Jake in for a word. Tony, thanks for your time. Much appreciated and well done. Good stuff. Got Jake Moult joining us for a word. Jake, well done. We're chatting for the column every week, and it's been a great season. We've said it many a time, and rounded off in style today.
Yeah, certainly. I thought it was a bit of a strange atmosphere today with us. Obviously, already won it last week, so it was probably a little bit lax, but we come in at half time and we all weren't too happy with the way it was in terms of how lax it was. So I think second half we came out and performed a little bit better, and yeah, it was superb. I think like you say, we've signed off in style. Certainly, I think there's been some good goals, and yeah, obviously get to that 100 goal mark was brilliant. So
well, it looked it in the second half. There did seem to be a real intent to put a show on and put as many goals on the board as possible. Reached the 100 mark, and who's got the honour of the 100th goal but your good self?
Yeah, I'm chuffed with that. Yeah, obviously a decent goal, which I'm more than happy with. Don't get many, so yeah, very happy with that. And like I say, we had a chat at half time, and sometimes obviously games like this where we haven't really got much to play for, because we obviously did it last week, but that's obviously testament to the group, how strong we are, that we wanted to go out and put a performance on for, I think there was 1,800 here I heard, so we wanted to put a performance on for the fans that were here, and I think second half we did that, and I thought we scored some great goals, and yeah, I'm more than happy.
I mean, that goal, you see it quite often, if a back pass is picked up and it's about a free kick about 6 or 7 yards out, and you think, oh, it could be a goal. It doesn't always pan out that way. Was that a practice little routine for JJ to flick it up for a volley?
I'd like to say so, but no. Yeah, a bit of spur moment one, really. Yeah, JJ mentioned it, and I said, yeah, well, why not? I mean, if you can't try things like that in the situation that we were in today, then you can never try them. So luckily it came off, and yeah, got the 100th goal, and yeah, more than happy. You
couldn't have caught the volley any sweeter, really, could you?
No. Obviously, it was a great strike. Obviously, good assist from JJ, and yeah. Obviously, goal's a goal, and yeah, very happy.
Are you glad there weren't any heroics from the fullback by that post? I was in line with that. He could possibly, but I think he thought better of it.
Yeah, I know Tom myself anyway. I know Tom. I've played with Tom from my Stafford days, and I thought, to be honest, he could have got his head on it at first, but he seemed to. I think he probably thought he'd have scored an own goal. So yeah, he left it, and obviously I was glad that he did. So yeah, great.
And a peach of a pass for the third goal as well.
Yeah, I was happy with that. Probably more happy with that than the second, to be honest with you. Yeah, very happy.
I mean, ask Shaun this because he's the longest serving player here, but you're next in line probably. I mean, all the ups and downs in your time as an Aussie player, I don't know, actually it's for the column, but where would it rank?
Obviously mentioned in the column, and I think this season goes above the promotion season up into the conference. Obviously it's a bigger league and probably a little bit more around it in terms of more magnitude, but the previous two, I'm a bit of a broken record, but the previous 2 seasons that I've had have been really difficult, and to come and enjoy my football as much as I have this year, and the lads have been superb, and just really enjoy playing and winning games. This tops it for me, and like I said in the programme, it's just, again, it's a bit of redemption really from the last 2 seasons. As much as I never lacked for effort at any point, I think everyone at the football club would agree with me on that, but you still feel partly responsible of what's gone on because you're involved in it. So to get promoted back up to the Conference North this season is, yeah, I'm very, very happy. Yeah.
Still plenty in the tank?
Yeah, loads, yeah, 29, got plenty left, yeah, another 5 years, 6 years, easy, yeah.
Good stuff, yeah, cheers Joe, we'll have a word with Jordan if we may. Jordan, well played, it's been a great season for you, hasn't it, and in the NPL Team of the Year, top scorer, goals galore, leading the line brilliantly, you must have enjoyed it.
Yeah, it has been a great season to be fair, and as much as I've took the accolades, it's all about the team to be fair. They've been outstanding and put them all on the plate for me, really. I've just got to tap them in. So I'm thankful for them and to the gaffer for making such a good team.
Well, you tapped some in, but to be fair, you've done a bit more than that at times. We've remarked so many times on your ability to, like even with the back to goal and tightly mark, wriggle around a marker and make something happen.
Yeah, I don't know. That's always been in my game, that, and working hard. That's what the gaffer asks for, as a minimum, bare minimum, that you work hard. And yeah, I seem to be a bit of a wriggler, and they can't catch me.
Going back to the start of the season, was there, when you came here, it was still fresh from what happened at Salford, I suppose. Was there a bit of disappointment to get over, but then you did really get into your stride, didn't you? Was there initially a bit of disappointment to get over?
It was, yeah, but that kind of gave me, you know, the bit between my teeth to go and prove everyone wrong who said I wasn't good enough. And I'm going to take that to the next level this next season. Who they said I couldn't win a league. They couldn't win the league with me up top, so I'm going to prove them wrong as well. And I've got a lot to prove. Hopefully I've started doing it this year and I've signed for another year now, so I'll continue to do that.
Well, it's great that to hear that. That'll please all Aussie fans. I'm quite sure about that because you've become a real crowd favourite. So you'll be a motivated player at the start of next season, from the sounds of that. Yeah, from the off, go away and enjoy myself now as I like to do. Got a few holidays booked and we're going away with the lads. And then it's all work when we get back. Still part time, obviously, but there's nothing wrong with that. We can still be competing anyway. You will enjoy it, won't you, with the lads, because it does seem a really tight. One player after another has said this, and you said it as well. It's a really tight knit group, isn't it?
Oh yeah, top set of lads. Probably the best team I've ever been involved with, and the winning helps that, obviously. But I can't. They're all idiots in their own way, but I just love them all. Yeah, there's no.
Fitting well.
There's no bad eggs in there, so yeah.
30 goals, it's a hell of a return. Is the one that stands out at all in your memory looking back?
Well, the tap-ins really, weren't they? The flick that I liked, the flick against, I can't remember who it was against, but yeah, that was a good one. That was at the time where everything I was touching was going in, so yeah, it was great to get one like that.
Yeah. And you enjoy playing for the manager? You've got to say yes, I suppose. He's within earshot, but you enjoy playing for the manager?
Nah, I can't stand him. No, he's a great gaffer. He gives you the confidence to go out, and he's built an unbelievable team here, and we'll carry on moving into next season.
Good stuff. Roll on next season. Thanks for your time, Jordan. That's brilliant. Thanks. Phil, just collar and tie today.
Sorry, say that again.
Collar and tie today?
Yeah, I thought I came in like this for the team picture, so I thought I'd sign out like this at the end of the season. I believe it was to this day when I signed on, so it feels a bit destined that we lifted the trophy. I'd just like to think this team has taught the talk and they've walked the walk, and now we need to go on to next season. So I just want to finish off by saying, got me little lad running around here. Just want to finish off by saying everything that everybody's given us this season, the trust, the fans that have got behind us, the board that have backed me, the media team that have supported me even when I've challenged on certain things. It's been absolutely fantastic, and I keep saying it, and I just want to ram it home. When we are together, we're a real force to be reckoned with. Alti together is stronger, and we're there now, and we need to kick on again next season. I cannot wait to get my teeth into it, and long may it continue. So
I'm sure everybody echoes that 100%, Phil. But just to wrap it up, you know how difficult it's been for the players and the various managers we got through the 2 seasons before you arrived. So how much does it mean not just to see the turnout, but to hear the crowd demanding a wave from you and from Neil?
It's brilliant. It's a feeling I can't describe. People ask me these kind of questions all the time, and that's why I'm part of football. It's part of my life. I feel lost without it. I had a little time where when I stopped playing and I was in and out of the game in terms of just dipping my toe in with coaching here and there. But you miss it so much. It's your identity. It's what people associate you with. It's what people definitely. It's what I associate myself with. And without football, I'm lost. And that's why I give it everything when I'm involved in it, because I know how lucky I am, even at this level, to be involved at such a fantastic club. And I hope anybody doesn't think that I don't take one day for granted that I'm Altrincham Football Club manager, and I enjoy and cherish and work hard every moment of that time to make sure that I give this club what it deserves. And I like to think I'm one step getting closer to repaying that faith of what they've showed in me. So I'd just like to thank everyone for that.
So it certainly means you're doing something right, Phil, so well done. Thanks for your time, thanks for this season. It's been memorable, brilliant. That's Phil Parkinson.
We did it!
We did it! And so did all the players who stopped to speak to us. Thanks very much to one and all at the end of what's been an unforgettable season. Thanks a lot for viewing, for tuning in, and look forward to seeing you all next season.